Good morning. Wake up, everybody. No more sleeping in bed. My man, Teddy. They go Big Red. Once again, thank God for another day. A lot of us didn't make it in the day. Didn't make it back here. But let us be thankful. Let us give God His glory. Let us give our Heavenly Father and our Heavenly Mother, God. Let us give them their glory and hallowed, sacred be thy name. We pray that their kingdom come down here, especially with the things that's going on, as it is up there. Now, if we have any trespasses, well, the way that we've treated somebody, I hope that that's the way you treat us. And that we abide by your commandments enough to stay out of trouble, that won't lead us into no temptation. You know, amen. I see the sun there. And, the thing about the sun is that it's sexual magic. It's sexual energy. And then, the sacred part of it is that each one of us that come here, we have to come through sexual magic. We have to come through the sun. We have to come through a vagina. We have to be the seed of a phallus, however you want to say it. But yeah, we come through sex, and the sun is sexual magic. It's a ball of sexual energy, because the masculine part of what's going on, what you see up there, is hydrogen, and then the feminine part is carbon. And so, the carbon be like, come on, give it to me, and the hydrogen be like, yeah, I'm finna get it to you. And they up there, and then when they hook up, go out on a date and go get them a room, that creates light energy. That's where that light energy is coming from sexual magic, from a sexual act that's being done in the sun. And then for you to come here, for me to come here through photosynthesis as light energy, the sun go to our star system, and then it grabs us, use that same sexual energy to all the stars that are in that house that is in at that particular time of its precession. It goes into Aries, the house of Aries, the house of Pisces, the house of Aquarius, which is where we are now, and then Capricorn, Sagittarius, Scorpio, and then Libra, Virgo, Leo. It comes all the way around in a circle. Cancer, what is it, Gemini, Taurus, and then it just comes on back around to Aries, and it goes into all those houses. But when it's there, it uses sexual energy, and it grabs those stars, and then it comes to the earth, and the earth starts wobbling. That hole that's in the earth, the hyperbola, that hole that's in the earth has a hyperbola, a hole of energy at the top of the North Pole, and the hole that comes out through the bottom. Energy comes in, energy goes out, recycles back up, goes in, comes out. But the sun comes, and when the earth stops, it's ecliptic wobble, and it starts wobbling. Those stars, it photosynthetically sends those stars through the heavenly highway to earth through that energy field. We come here. But that's not really what I want to talk about. I wanted to touch on that. But the thing I found interesting in all my studies, I've been studying probably since I was 20, studying metaphysics and studying the stars, the constellations, the cosmos in relationship to us. And so, I wanted to give this to you in a way like this, or have this conversation with you. However you take it, with a grain of salt or whatever, or you can say so what. But, like I used to hear older guys in the metaphysical world say that we are God. You know, and I used to hear that, and I used to be like, man, what the hell are you talking about? Because it didn't make no sense to me when I was a young initiate just coming in and learning, and I was young, and I would hear that, and then I had no foundation for it. I had no foundation knowledge yet. I've read a lot and understood a lot, but the basics of that, I didn't have it yet. And then now I find myself telling people that exact thing, because if I could see it, then I could speak it. That's how I am. You could tell me something, but if I can't see it to know it to be true, I have to see it inside myself. If I can't see it, then I have to prove it to inside myself. And when I can see it, then I know it's true. And that is true, because I can see it. Because, you know, when you get into an initiate of the metaphysical or of the ancient philosophies and mysteries of or Gnosticism, knowing the cosmos inside of you, the esoteric, the cosmos that's inside of you. Everything's inside of you. I learned it. The universe, everything that you think that's up there is in you. And so when you get that knowledge, it'll go over your head. It went over my head for years, because I would say, okay, all right, I got it. And then I would study it, and it still was over my head. I still didn't get it, because it's just like reading the Bible. You'll miss so much each time you read it. But again, like I said, everything's inside of you, because when you were created by the Creator, He created you from Him. He's inside of you. That's how He created you. You're part God when you come, because you come from up there here. But first, you're a part of Source. And so it takes me back to several videos I did. Let me not go too fast. So, you know, I did videos when I first started my channel about the light, about that it was all just dark energy. This is my conscious. This is what I understand. This is what I've learned. That it was all just dark energy in the heavens. No light existed. And yet, when creation did start down here, and earth and everything was created, but I'm gonna get back to the darkness. Down here was all dark people. So it was dark up there, dark down here. So that was the energy. It was darkness up there, and first it was just darkness here. But back to what I was saying, it's all dark. And the way the war started was when all of us were just one. We hadn't divided yet. We hadn't created, and we were just a thought, consciousness. And one of the laws of the universe is everything is mental. We were all consciousness, thoughts. All darkness, thoughts. And so we knew we existed, but we didn't exist in a physical form where we could see each other, touch each other, know that we existed in a physical way. And so as one collective thought, one collective conscious, we said we wanted to go to appear where we could see ourselves. We wanted to appear in a physical form. And then we came up with the concept to do it that we had to use light energy. That's everything is created in the realm of light energy. Light energy. The illusion that you see here, everything is light energy created. That's why the sun is up there, and the sun is the powerhouse of the light energy. It is the electric plug. Everything's plugged into the sun that keeps it alive. It's because it's light energy or sexual energy, female, male. It's all duality and based off sexual magic, female and male creation of all things. So we decided when we wanted to come into the physical, this is a video I already did, but I want to go into it to get to a certain thing I want to speak about, because then we said that let there be light. Now, where I'm gonna skip over a lot of things, but because where I want to get to is us being here. And when we say let there be light, because we want to establish the energy and the highway or traveling to get us here. And then, you know, all the planets were created, and we can get to that. So let there be light. And then the angels See, the angelic light, that's Lucifer. Then when they seen themselves, when they were created, and they knew that they were the power source behind this illusion down here. Once creation came into, it was light energy. It was so the light energy looked at the dark energy and was like, we run this. And so you got to figure, like, the dark energy, like, we just created you, we made you, what is wrong with you? And so now, if you look at how, you know, like when the earth was all melanated people, when the white came, or however you want to do it, or Caucasians, it was the same storyline. They was like, we superior to y'all, we better. And that's the same thing in the heavens. When the dark energy created the light energy became egotistical, like how we are here on earth. Now humans, we have an ego, but we don't realize that we're energy. We're dark energy. We're just down here having a human experience. And the same thing with even Lucifer and all the demons and those energies of the light. They are a part of the darkness. They are a part of creation. But they think that when they were created, they took over creation. And so their ass got kicked out of heaven. So that's what, you know, that's when the light, okay, you go down there, you take that light and you going down there. And so that's how they came into controlling the realm down here, the realm of light energy. They control it because they are the light, they're the angelic light. And so the fallen angels down here. And so now, you know, you'll hear pastors, because the pastors don't get into metaphysical, they're not allowed to, about the laws of those fallen angels. But they'll say, like, the pastors say, like, the fallen angels, why are you mentioning them? They was locked away forever, chained and locked away under, you know, put away underground, or and they were locked away forever, for eternity. And so, yeah, fine. And the people in the metaphysical world say, yeah, they was locked away, but what you don't understand is, and what you dismiss, is that before they were locked away, that they had sex with the daughters of men. And so their grandchildren are here on earth causing havoc, demons, fallen angels, you know. And they got all kind of names, Nephilim and Antonach, all kind of names they have. But the thing I wanted to get to is, so now when we human beings were created, you know, God, to come down here, God had to, each individual has a part of him, source in you, and he come down here. And so you're God down here, but you're having a human experience. And to get back to godliness, you have to, the God inside, you have to wake him up. You have to wake up the God in you, ignite him. And there's certain things that you must know to do this. You have to be able to light the Christos, it's called the Christ energy inside you, to make it back up to where you come from. If not, if you can't do that, then you keep getting reincarnated back down here for these fallen angels to damn control you, enslave you, and use your energy up. Now, this is where I wanted to get to. And I hate to skip over a bunch of stuff, but a lot of things, it's just a lot of add-on when you can get to the bones or to the meat. See, we're down here gods. That's what they mean. God is in you. Now, you don't know how to wake him up. He's dormant. He's in you dormant, because what they did, these fallen angels, we used to have a connection to God. We were very powerful. We were called superhumans. We were Christ. We were Christ walking on earth. Christ energy. That's what we were. Human beings were Christ energy. We was connected to source. That's what Jesus came back to remind us, that we can achieve his powers. He said he came back to show us the way. That's the way, is that we are connected to that energy. It's inside you. It's not, so when you get on your knees and pray, you praying to yourself. When you look up to the sky, it's no need what you looking up there for. You're down here. What you need to pray for and be in church and waking up is you, not nothing up there. And so the thing I wanted to talk about this morning is this. You down here, and they don't fused, like your second chromosome in your DNA, that was the second chromosome is like where the pineal gland at. They don't, the second chromosome inside of your nature, inside of your chakra system, is where the thalamus is. So they don't like crystallize it. They don't, in that, they did that to our DNA. These fallen angels, these genetic geniuses, what they fallen angels did, because to stop us, the linkage from us linking back to source, they disconnected your second chromosome, or burned it, or fused it, whatever you want to say. And so you got the first chromosome, and then it jumps and goes to the third chromosome. The third chromosome becomes like saying down in your throat chakra. So you jump from the spiritual, you skip over your pineal gland, which is like a 120 volt plug-in into the universe. They burnt that out, and then come down to your throat chakra and the rest of your chakras. That's why we cannot wake up the God in us. That's why everyone's down here now in the age of Aquarius telling them, y'all gotta wake up. You gotta wake up the God in you, or else these damn fallen angels, they gonna subvert the earth, this realm, into the hell realm. So the thing about them, and the difference between them and us, is they know that you have God in you. And they love it, because they know that when you were up there, you kicked them out. And so down here, they are doing the mother with us. That's why when we were enslaved, us black people, you'll say, like, you think that white people ain't got the nerve, the sense, the intelligence to enslave nobody. They've been enslaved most of their whole entire. Those were those fallen angels. They cloaked themselves behind races, and they're cloaked behind the Khazars and the Ashkenazi Jews. They're cloaked behind them, and I'll show you in a minute. They cloaked behind them, and they knew when they came over here to get this gold and everything that was here in America when we were here. They knew. They said, they over there. Or they're more or less saying, like, God, he over there sleep, dormant, and he can't be awakened because we don't clip their second chromosome, and he can't wait. They don't even know he inside them. And they said, boy, when we get a hold of them, and they was ripping us apart, cutting us open. They weren't thinking about you, the person, or you. They knowing that they got a hold of God. You kicked us out of heaven, and now you down here in human form. We gonna fuck you up. That's what I mean. That's what they were saying. That's why if you look at how they do the earth, like now they're in Israel. They're in Israel, and they're gonna wipe them Palestinians out. But the only thing stopping them is the small bit of humanity that's here in the UN and the small nation, and a lot of nations that they can't just. But they'll wipe them out, man. So that's them there. Think about where they were before then. They were in Germany. And like I said, when they were in Germany, see, Hitler was a part of the whole. Hitler half Jewish. He Ashkenazi, he the same thing, but they played both sides of the fence. And they fucked them Germans up. And then they played the game like they're to get Israel. But that was a whole game for a whole nother video. And before they were there, you know what they did to the Russians. They was in Russia, the Bolshevik. You gotta just do your history. The Bolshevik Revolution, that was them. When they first Khazars came out, them damn Khazar mountains and Caucasus, the first person got a hold of their ass was them Russians. Where y'all going at? Y'all ain't finna do nothing. Fuck them up. And then they became the Turks and Byzantine, and they got power. Boy, they didn't forget them Russians. And they started the Bolshevik Revolution. Oh, Stalin and Lenin and all, man, they kill all them Russians. They kill 100 million people. And that Tsar and all them, they killed their whole family. And that's when they started taking over. See, and then so now they don't hit the Middle East. They don't hit Germany. They hit Russia. See, you got to think, it's a game. All that's under their control. And then they went to. When they was in Europe, all the black nobility that was in Europe was black. Remember I said it was all dark. And when you hear about them, remember all those kings got beheaded and all that? That was them. They killed all them black people and took over and stole all them crests and seals and mantras. And they took over Europe. Babylon. That was them. Then they took over Egypt. That was them. See, the only thing I wanted to do this morning, and this Sunday morning, God forgive me for cussing, I didn't mean to, is that inside of you lying dormant is what you in church is singing and praying to. It's in you. It's not up in that sky. And as long as they keep him dormant, and they keep that chromosome cut, and you don't know how to raise him up, and you don't know how to wake him up inside you, we forever be their slaves down here. You're gonna keep being reincarnated back down here, because if you can't wake him up, then you can't go back to source. That's what they did. You can't go back. You got to keep coming down here, and you'll say like, well, I'll keep coming down here. I like down here. You only got so many times to come here before you experience the second death. So you can keep coming back for a while trying to, well, I couldn't get married right. Your initiation was married, or your initiation when you went through the Job thing, you couldn't get it right. You never believed in the higher source. You didn't get it right. And then you keep getting reincarnated back down here, and then you keep being a slave, and your energy is being used by them fallen angels. They got you trapped. You trapped down here. And so you can't get back to source, to God. So you trying to call us down here, trying to call God, God, come help me, God, come. He can't help you because you his temple. He's inside you. You the temple. You have to rebuild the temple. You have to know how to wake him up inside you. You, each individual, and then a group, and then a nation, and then a country, and then the world. We got to wake him up. And if we can't, then we have to reincarnate down here, and we're under control of those who call themselves light energy. The light angels, Lucifer and Saturn, them. That's them in the synagogue of Satan. That's light energy. They are the light. They're the angelic light. That's them. The fallen angels. They got kicked out. And they haven't forgotten that they got kicked out. You just can't remember. And God is inside you, sleep. And you can't remember that you're God. And you believe that you're down here just a human being and you're going to die. And then that's it. That's what they want you to believe. And you're going to bring your ass back down here and get back on that job and go get them some more gold. That's what they want you to think. And if we don't get that knowledge and that wisdom and knowledge, well then, that's our fate as human beings. So the task is to wake up the God in you. The task is to learn it. You got to learn it. How do we do it? You got to listen and learn from sages or gurus that's trying to teach you how to wake up source. So I just wanted to get to that as my Sunday morning sermon. Wake up the God in you. You got to wake him up. And forgive me for cursing on a Sunday. But like I said, they know that he in you. And they know that he down here and he sleep and you don't know he in you. And that's why, ooh, by God, the way they did us in slavery. And the way they doing us now, the straw man. You're just a straw man. The whole thing. Even when they went to England and took over England, and they started the Catholic Church collect from every nation on this planet. Don't let them fool you. That's them. They started the money system in Babylon, and it's still the same money system. All that's them signs and symbols from Babylon is the money system now. They have us trapped. That's what we're up against. We're the dark energy. They are the light. It's the light versus dark. Us. Darkness. We're down here in the realm of light. And it's all it's all an illusion. And in the stars, let me just say this in conclusion, because I don't have no story of doom. In the celestial stars, in the constellations, the end of the constellations show you that they're defeated. They know it. If you know how to read the stars, if you go all the way through the constellation and read it, because you can read it, you can already see, because this is an expansion, this is an explosion that's going on, and you can see time, you can see what's going to happen and down the line. They lose. They know they do. But you think they care about that? And you know, on their way out, it's mercy, nothing but pain. Ain't no mercy. So you got to wake up the God in you. That's what your task is here. Not getting down on your knees crying up to something that you can't see. It's you. It's inside you is what you must see. All of it is inside you. That whole unit. You are a universe. You are what is known as a micro universe. When you look up in the sky and that telescope, you see all those luminaries, all those planets, and the sun, and all that is a macro That's the big picture. But the small picture while you're here, and the most important picture for you here is you. Because you got to wake up the guardian. And that's my message for this morning. Well, Helios burning good. Yes, so I don't know. I hope you got something from it. It's just short and simple. I don't try to use all them big words to take you through the dictionary, or even take you through a damn glossary or page after page. It's a simple thing. The task down here is for you to come down here. You're a God down here in a human, in a flesh, having a human experience. But you have to elevate yourself. You have to throw off all these your ego and your personality. All the I want this and I want that. All the materialism, all the different hate and jealousy and all those different vices. You have to get rid of all that and know that I am him and he is me. And I must act accordingly. I have to manifest him here. You got to manifest him. We have to do it, each individual. And you got to wake him up. That's the fight. And when you wake him up, they're going to flee. They're going to run. They're not going to do the things that they're doing to us. So, once again, have a blessed day. And remember, whatever you do to someone, you're doing to yourself. Well, however someone trespasses you, you don't have. That's why you ever hear people say, "I ain't worrying about you. I ain't worried about you. It'll be taken care of." That's what they mean, because however you trespass against someone, you're trespassing against yourself. The people you hate yourself. When you walk past some people who are in need or whatever, you say you love God and you just walk right past him and ain't even speak to him. How you love God and you walk right past him? Because I am you and you are me. He is us and we are him. We're all a one. Have a blessed day. And once again, thanks for listening. You gotta wake up the God in you. You gotta wake up mom and daddy. Wake up source. You'll be thankful when you do. All powerful, all omnipotent, all seeing, all knowing. You control water, air, fire, and the earth. You control. That's why they can control weather, and they know how to do it, because they have their powers. The fallen angels, they have their powers. They're the polarity of good. We are good, and Heavenly Father is pure and good. They are the polarity of it. They evil and wicked, and they not gonna change. We have to have polarity. For left, you have to have right. For tall, you gotta have short. For big, you gotta have little. For bright, you gotta have dark. And for good, you got to have evil. That's the duality. Else you would not know good. If you never seen tall, how would you know you short? If you never knew it was a left, how would you know you had to turn right? There's duality, and it have to exist on the spectrum of life. And so, that's the war, that's the battle. But your battle as a soldier is, he's in you. You got to rebuild the temple. The temple is not, that's why you say it's not up there in the heavens. It's not some place where you can say, look there, look here, look there. He said it's inside you. Thanks for listening once again. Have a blessed Sunday. And go. I got me some collard greens, turkey wings, and some potato salad. Have a great one. Thanks for listening.